So, hi there. My name's Peter Hages. I'm an RCOS mentor and a senior in the computer science department. And I'd just like to talk to you a little bit about RCOS, sort of the opportunities it offers you, and then what your responsibilities are while you're here. This is the most people I've ever seen in an RCOS meeting. This is fantastic. So, first and foremost, and this is a little bit tangential maybe, I personally believe that the next 10 years are going to be way more exciting than the last 25 years. We're sort of at the beginning of a second computer revolution that I think is going to have leaps and bounds in scope far greater than the one that we came out of 10 or 15 years ago. And I'm really, really excited to see where that goes. With things becoming more connected and more integrated, I think that's going to be, that has wide-stretching implications for the world. So, RCOS is a really fantastic opportunity to get to work on software, which I think is going to be playing an increasingly more important role moving forward. As you guys all know, RPI is a very prestigious technical school, but there are other prestigious technical schools too, right? And I've talked to students from the majority, I think I've talked to students from all of these schools actually. And I've talked to them about RCOS, friends of mine or people who I've worked with, coworkers, whatever. And they're all jealous. They don't have a research group on campus where they can go and work on open source software, work on really cool things, whatever they'd like, and retain the license to it and grow in this collaborative environment. None of these schools have it. They're jealous. I've talked to MIT students who are jealous of RCOS. This is a fantastic opportunity, unlike any other research group, I believe, at any other institution, and that's not hyperbole. I'm dead serious. This is a really, really exciting opportunity. And you get to work on real stuff. The majority of your peers, both at this school and at others, will go through their computer science education, not spending maybe even more than a semester on real software development. When you're in your CS1 course and you're doing maze traversal, or if you're later on learning about core algorithms or operating systems, like in Dr. Goldschmidt's class, these are all really, really great core foundational ideas. You can't be a computer scientist and not understand algorithms. But the vast majority of computer scientists today are employed as software developers. And so there are tons of your peers in computer science majors graduating with not really any more software development experience than SD&D. Maybe they don't even know how to work on a group project well. Or how to work on, there are software projects in the world that not a single human being can understand, right? There's no one human being who's, I'm the Linux kernel guy and I know everything, right? That's impossible. But you have to know how to work on these projects, right? And RCOS exposes you to real software, real stuff. You ship stuff. You sit down in your dorm or your apartment, you hack away on some code, and eventually it becomes something real. You release software, you write documentation. That's tremendous. That's a really, really cool opportunity. But we don't get all this stuff for free, right? You guys have some responsibilities as being a part of this group. And quite simply, RCOS needs your help. We need your help to upkeep this tremendous reputation that we have within the computer science department for being this place where people do really, really cool, really great stuff. And first and foremost, do great work. Do your best work. Do work that you're proud of. When it's midway through the semester and we pull up your GitHub page and we look at the commits that you've done, or if I run git short log on your code, this is just me. I'm not saying that maybe my work is the great work, but this is just an example. We should see lots of commits. We should see lots of code. We should see that you're upkeeping things. Now, there are all different varying degrees of skill and technical competency in here, and I'm not saying that everyone needs to be a genius. But you do need to do your best work and continue to write good software, make lots of commits, update your blogs, tell people what you're doing. You sat there for 6 hours and weighed the differences between two technologies and went with one, write about it. Why? That's really valuable. And that keeps us as, we have this reputation on campus of being this place where students go and work on these really, really cool projects. And by continuing to work and write blogs and things like that, that helps us keep that reputation. Next is be here. For all these fantastic opportunities that the Rensselaer Center for Open Source gives you, we only require a very small amount of your time formally per week. An hour, maybe a little more. I mean, that's nothing, right? So when you're here, be here. Don't be on your laptop writing software, reading Reddit. Don't be on your phone. Don't be tuned out. Be actively engaged. This is not just here for you guys to come and eat pizza and sit there while someone talks to a room. This is a collaborative effort, right? Share what you think. Ask them a question why they did something or how they did something. We can pool our knowledge. Nobody's working against each other. Everybody's just trying to work together. Ask questions or speak your mind. Because I think that that's a really, really tremendous part of being here. So when you're here, please be here in a sort of mental sense, I guess. And help your fellow RCOS students. Now, like I said before, everyone has different degrees of technical competency and different sort of areas of expertise. I know next to nothing about web stuff. Okay, I can't write HTML. Well, I can, but it's pretty bad. I made this page with the Stegosaurus this one time. It was pretty bad. But you guys, help your fellow RCOS student. You don't need to know anything about the underlying technical details of their project, right? You can help them file a bug, or maybe if you know how to write the software language and frameworks that they use, you can maybe add a new feature. Or help them rework something, maybe to be more efficient. Maybe they shouldn't be using bubble sort, or something like that. You can all help your own fellow RCOS students. We're not just ships all sailing off in different degrees into the night. Everybody's here to help. And that's sort of my last point, is that we're all here to help. We have this fantastic mentor program that Morthy mentioned earlier. We have pretty much everybody in here. We'll be more than willing to help you with whatever question you have. If you're stuck, if you don't know what to do, if you need help with doing something, if you're worried about your project, anything, everybody here is willing to help, always. Nobody's judging you or saying there, man, that guy's a jerk, or anything like that. Everybody wants to help you. And that's all I have. So if anybody has any questions, I'd be more than happy to answer them. I don't know. And I see a lot of new faces, so when you leave here, go to the rcos.rpi.edu, look at the sign-up link, and do all those steps. Actually do it. Come back. Do the coolest stuff. It's the best stuff. This is a great way to build your portfolio, and that's sort of unusual, especially for a technical discipline, right? Aerospace engineers don't build planes in college, and nuclear engineers don't build reactors. So software's a rare opportunity. Right, at least they shouldn't be. So software's a rare opportunity to do that, and I find that really, really exciting. So does anybody have any questions for me or comments? Yes?
There are two RCOS projects that are both working on Rensselaer course scheduler systems, so those people might be, at least in some small regard, working against each other. But aside from that,
it's a complicated story.
The story's more chapters than just that. But
so that's a complicated story. Yeah. So in other words, we admit we are not fault-free. We have faults. We admit the faults. We assume that these faults are all meant for good things to come. And
so nobody has any questions? I understand.
So,
all right,
the
cool.
only thing is, thanks.
Oh, thank you so much.